It's about 8 p.m. here on Tuesday, June 4th, 2024, and we're moving the cows to this new area. I think I've identified this grass here as false oatgrass. It's native to Europe, but it is a good forage. This appears to be a cool season grass because it's turning brown right now. And there's another plant that I think I've identified as Carolina ponyfoot. It's down there, Carolina ponyfoot. Pony's foot, ponyfoot, whatever. And this is that noxious weed. So it's about 80 degrees, 80% humidity. There's wind blowing from the east, southeast. I went to the feed store today to get some dog food and some other things and minerals for the cattle. My son's going to restock the minerals here for them shortly. They ran out. I didn't realize they ran out, but they ran out sometime a few days ago. But that might be one reason why their manure is piling up, is because they ran out of minerals. But another reason is as they switch to consuming the warm season grass, the Bermuda grass, their protein intake is going to reduce, right? And so their manure is going to start to pile up for that reason. And I'm thinking of giving them a protein supplement, just a mild supplement, not very much, to just kind of tide them through summer. That cottonseed meal. I'm thinking about it. I haven't really decided whether to do it. I didn't do it in years past in the summer, but I might do it this time. The other news is that the hay crop is ruined. Nobody has hay in this area. And what happened was it started raining right when it was time to cut the hay. And it never really got dry enough that they could cut the hay and then roll it up. Any hay you do buy is going to be molding or will mold. And so this hay crop is ruined, and so people are saying they might only get one hay crop this year on the summer grass, which is not as good as the spring grass hay. So that's unfortunate. Some people, they put down fertilizers for their hay field to get some extra hay. And one guy was lamenting to the feed store owner that he put down $14,000 worth of fertilizers, and the entire hay crop is ruined. You can't do anything with it, can't sell it, can't store it. And so they're doing what they call cleanup, which is they're going through the motions of harvesting the hay, but they can't use any of that stuff that comes out. They have to throw it away. If the hay molds, you can't feed it to the cattle. And if it's not dry, you can't bale it because it'll mold. And furthermore, if the cool season grasses don't get out of the way, especially where it's grown very, very strongly, they can't grow the Bermuda grass or the warm season grasses. And so they're going to be in trouble. Okay. So that's kind of the story on the hay crop. This is not good news for me because I was planning on buying extra hay this year, so I might have to consider different plans for the winter. Maybe I'll just try to get by with 20 or 40 bales of hay rather than the 80 that I wanted, and try to get a lot more stockpile for the winter, and then kind of pace through it, feeding lots of protein supplement, because the warm season grasses that I will have are not going to have any nutrition in there. It's just basically fiber, So, well, that is unfortunate, and that's sad news, and I feel sorry for all the hay producers. I certainly rely on them to produce hay. I don't buy the top quality hay. I try to buy the bad stuff. I'm thinking I might buy some of the wet hay anyway. And if it molds, just roll it out in the pasture. Don't let the cows eat it. So just use it as a fertilizer. But I don't know if that's a wise idea with cattle and sheep around to roll out bad hay. So Probably not, but I need to get the full story on the hay from the hay producers and see what's going to happen. Is it the entire region of the southeastern United States? Is everybody's hay crop ruined? No, we're certain that ours and the surrounding counties are all ruined though. So that will certainly hurt people in our area, but maybe the rest of the country has such a good bountiful hay harvest that we'll be able to import hay into this area. Not too big of a deal. Just pay a little bit more for gas and we'll get all the hay we want. We'll see. We'll see. But about now is the time that people start buying hay from that first harvest, but there's no hay to buy. And who knows if the hay has already been spoken for, you know. The only kind of bright sign is that the number of cattle in the U.S. is down a little bit from previous years, thanks to the drought and everything. And so maybe there'll be an abundance of hay because there's not enough cattle to eat it all. We'll see. We'll see. Hay is a really good alternative, very cheap alternative to feed the cows. So, and one of my goals is to try to make it through a year without any hay. Maybe this is the year I actually do that. I carefully manage rotations and, you know, just keep the number of animals low. Maybe I'll sell my calves early, maybe at the beginning of autumn rather than late autumn, and make some room, you know, for everything else. This is some goat weed I'm looking at. I'm seeing quite a bit of goat weed here actually. So it looks like we got an abundance of goat weed in this little area here, but if I take a couple steps out, I can't see any goat weed at all. Yeah, I see something. That's not goat weed. There's something down here that may be goat weed, but probably not. So over here, there's lots of it, just right here. You can see this is kind of a distressed area with lots of different weeds and stuff like that. So anyway, that's the story on hay. That's the story on the cattle and the protein and the summer grass and everything else. So we'll see what happens. Cottonseed meal isn't too expensive, especially if you're just using it as a supplement and not as a main forage. It's when you start feeding corn and soy that you run into some problems. I don't know what this is. Maybe that's some kind of dock. I'll have to look it up. All right, guys, have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.